Hello, everybody, and welcome to the inaugural, the beginning, the
Mhm.
first episode of Ball and Knock Podcast. I
Mhm.
am Tete, otherwise known as Tetworth,
All right then.
and we have with us Sir Dilford in the building. How you doing, my bro?
One and only man. How you doing, bro G?
I am well. I am well. I'm glad to be here. Glad to finally start this thing. It has been a long time coming, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
nothing
sir.
not, as Jamaicans said, nothing not start before it time, nothing happen before it's time.
True.
So we're here and we're here to, we get it down to business, but to give a brief
Mhm.
introduction of who I am and who I support. I am Tete, of course, as you already know,
All
and I
right.
am I am just a lowly Arsenal fan
Nah, man, no,
from
no,
the
no. This is
island of
only
Jamaica.
founder.
But it has been very difficult, very, very difficult over the past couple years. But we
Mhm.
will rise, we will rise, and hopefully this year we can capture that elusive Premier League title. But what about yourself, Dilford? What introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah, well, I am Dilford, the one and only Liverpool fan, carrying the
Yeah,
flag so high, Yeah,
why,
man.
why?
Two paracetamol. Yeah, man. And we carry on, right?
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Mhm. Carry on,
You're
man.
not easy at all. But all right, funny that you said you're a Liverpool fan because I think
Mhm.
it is no better place to start. Um,
Ah, boy. Time to flop. You know, man.
January, we're going back to the time of January where
Mhm.
I believe you were 5 points ahead. Um, flying high, going for the quad, and it
Yes, sir.
seems that the quad turned into a tricycle, and then the tricycle turned into a bicycle, and now is a unicycle, and the tire puncher. My friend,
Yes, sir.
my friend, what has happened to Liverpool this season? Where did it all go wrong? Is it Klopp? Is it the players? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I know where you're going to start. Is it
Mm-hmm.
Darwin Nunes? Is it
Mm-hmm.
what's going on, my friend? What happened with Liverpool? What happened?
I won't even blame Darwin. You're expecting me to blame Darwin. I won't even blame Darwin. It all
Hmm.
started with that Egyptian guy that they call running down the wing. You
No,
understand?
no,
Believe me, believe me. I said it
no.
before he went to the Afghan that Liverpool will be playing better football without Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah acts like Messi, but he's actually worse than Andras Townsend if you think about it. I will put it there. I will put it there. Everybody
Is that
expect him
so?
to be the magician. I don't think he is that magician without Bobby Firmino or Sadio Mane,
What?
honestly.
Well, I mean, come on. How you going to argue with 7 seasons of 20 plus goals, my friend? Like,
But
come on. Like,
okay.
I
All
understand it's
right.
not easy on the eye, no, but this is more Salah we're talking about here, my bro.
All right. We're not talking about easy on the eye. If you check the stats, every season around this business period of time, it was Sadio Mane carrying the flag. Ever since Sadio
Aye,
Mane stopped
aye.
carrying the flag in this time of the season, have we been in a proper title race? No. This is the only one. You understand what I mean? So everybody's blaming Darwin Nunes, but also Salah is not pulling his weight. And you can
But
argue when Harvey Elliott or Cody Gakpo start on the right flank, even Luis Diaz, we play better football all the time. It's been
but
proven.
but I mean, one can argue if you even look at the stats. He has I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
he's up there with the most chances created in the league. He's
All
up there
right.
as well as he's not at the pinnacle, but he's amongst the leading goal scorers in the league. And I mean,
Uh-huh.
yes, I mean when you look at guys like Salah, and I mean I'm not going to compare him to Saka, but guys like Saka, where it's not he's not going to be a hazard and glide past players over and over, but the level of
Okay,
production that
fair.
he will produce, I feel if it wasn't for the other forwards like Darwin Nunes, and if it wasn't for other forwards like um
Mm-hmm.
Gakpo and those guys missing chances, Salah could well be on even 15 goals and even 20 assists. And I feel if
But
you
all
look at
right.
some of the games, all right, so I'll be honest. If you look at
Mm-hmm.
some of the
Mm-hmm.
games that you guys have dropped points, especially
Yep.
from the fall off, which was I want to say around March to now, a
Yep.
lot of the games that you guys lost outside of the Arsenal match, I think we actually outplayed you guys. But outside of the Arsenal match, I think
Mm-hmm.
you guys outplayed every opposition and should have been winning. I think I'll give you Atalanta might have battered you guys, but even so, you guys had chances. And I feel a
All right,
lot of those
fair.
chances that were missed in front of goal is Salah provided. So I
All
think
right,
you're being a
fair.
bit harsh, my friend.
I'm not being a bit harsh because if you check the stats also, he also misses the same amount of chances that Darwin Nunes misses.
I
But
don't
what it
agree with
is,
that.
He will score a penalty here. He will create a chance here and there, but it makes up for it in the overall aspect of this is Mohamed Salah. But before we know Salah as the overall creative player that he's trying to be this season, he was a gunman. Salah is no longer that gunman. It takes him 4 or 5 chances to score. I can't remember. I think it was the Brighton game where he had like 3 to 4 chances to score. You understand? And he messed it up. And it took McAllister to play a threaded 2 balls to him and the keeper 1v1 for him to put it in the far corner with no pressure. With pressure on Mohamed Salah now, well, he's not doing it. He's not carrying the mantle anymore. He's not that guy anymore. And everybody's trying to use the Liverpool legacy and say, okay, Salah is still the man. Mane was the man. Firmino was the man. Henderson was the man. Salah is no longer the man. All of the man them gone. He can go too. It's a simple fix.
But as I said, I think it's a collective, right? Because where I was having a discussion in another Discord where somebody was saying that Bobby Firmino was world class. And I'm saying to myself, no, not necessarily. He was an elite false nine, but within the system, he did his job. So, just like Salah, just like Mane, and correct me if I'm wrong, there were many periods throughout certain seasons that Mane disappeared, right? Maybe he would turn up at the business end of the season, and of course that is important for any title race or for any world-class player. You need to turn up at the end of the season. But I can say there were periods through Liverpool seasons, especially if we're looking at not necessarily is what 18-19 you guys won or 19-20. When did you guys win? So for
18-19.
So 18-19. So you left 17-18 and from 19-20 when you guys were right at the cusp but couldn't win it, right? But the times when Mane fell off, Salah picked up, and I can say the times where Salah fell off, Mane picked up. I think I'm not expecting Mo Salah to be Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo because those guys are alien anomalies. But
nobody can compare.
Exactly. But I feel with Salah, as you rightly mentioned before, Mane not being there and Firmino not being there, you guys don't have the collective clinicalness in front of goal. Jota probably could have
the gunman unit.
Exactly. Jota could have been that guy, but Jota make out of biscuits. The man always injured.
Like
man Thomas party apart. Like I don't understand what that. But,
true.
But it's I feel now that it's Mo Salah alone with Darwin Núñez, who sometimes I feel Darwin Núñez can't finish a sentence more well. But
what it is, and I said this on another platform also where I said Darwin Núñez, if he starts a game, there's a trend with Darwin Núñez where it happened in the Luton game, the Crystal Palace game. Majority of the games where we drop points. If Darwin Núñez starts that game, if he misses an early chance, I think everybody hangs their head and just gives up on the game. We never seem to go forward and winning the game because he continuously gets 1v1 chances where he should be buried.
But that is very unlike the mentality monsters. What you mean you lose your head after one missing at the beginning of the game? Where is this Liverpool that is rock and roll? The club, hey, where is that?
We are not that no more.
One miss by Darwin Núñez? No, I'm not having
exactly.
No,
because this is it. Everybody is diverting to the fact of him having 11 goals and I think probably like 16 assists or something like that, right? That's his stats for the season. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, right? But what it is he's masking a game where he gets chances to score. He gets chances to score to the point where even I am frustrated. When I see this guy 1v1, I don't hold up my hand to the lad and say let him score. I know he's gonna miss. I remember being on Instagram the other day where a guy say if Darwin Núñez was the shooter, Tupac would still be alive.
That's fear.
All fear in love and war. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the thing, bro. Darwin Núñez, we are no longer the gunman unit. The only gunman cannot stay fit. And it's Diego Jota. Jota does not know 2 to 3 chances to score like Mohamed Salah, like Luis Diaz, like Darwin Núñez. Jota needs 1. And even if you try to save it, it's still rolling in the net.
So to cap this off, my friend. What should Liverpool do with Mo Salah?
Sell him. We'll take just anything from him. Sell him. Expeditiously sell him. Especially
how much would be a good price? Oh, the bus stop. Yeah, you're right. With Klopp. What I mean, Klopp came out. You say 8 million?
Anything above 80 million. Anything above 80
Oh,
million.
80. Okay, all
Yeah,
right. I
anything
thought you
above
said,
80 million.
I thought you said 8. I'm saying, don't this the man, so. But
No, I would never do that. Mm.
but Klopp came out today and I think he said that everything is fine
Mm.
with the bus stop, not to worry about it. Things
But
like that
but
happen. But
this is the thing. This is the
mm,
thing. I wasn't around for the Bill Shankly era, and you understand what I'm saying? Me
mm,
never got through the whole of them thing there. Me know about Klopp since him come to Liverpool.
that's right.
Klopp has been one of the best Liverpool managers out there, the most respected. Him galvanized back Liverpool from what we know as man like Ricky Lambert, Charlie Adam, John Flanagan,
Aguilani.
Aquilani, Mario Balotelli. You understand what I'm saying? Fabio Borini, and the list goes on, bro. And he
Mm,
transformed the team, turned Coutinho into a world class. Barcelona came in for him, unfortunately. You understand?
mm,
Me, John and Henderson look like a real beater. Got Junior Wijnaldum from a relegated club. If Mohamed Salah, which I am of the opinion which Jurgen Klopp created this Mo Salah guy,
mm.
if he cannot respect Jurgen Klopp while he's here in his final season, having a bust up with the manager publicly like that, you think he's gonna respect this new guy coming in, Arne Slot?
But
I don't think
but
so.
I think you're being a bit unfair because when was the last time Mo Salah
Mm-hmm.
had that kind of vitriol towards the manager? I mean, yes, of
All
course,
right.
the odd time where he would get substituted, which I think Mane does that. I think
Mm-hmm.
any elite striker or elite player at that level, when they're being subbed off or not being subbed on in crucial games,
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going well within their right to be frustrated because him love the game, him want to play. He's very animated and he's very competitive. So I think that is just a bit of competitive fire from Mo Salah. That's just me.
All right, that's a bit of competitive fire from Mo Salah, but he has also been letting down the manager in
Okay.
previous games.
Okay.
I'll take it to the second leg in Atalanta where we get an early penalty, correct? And
Mm-hmm.
we went up 1-0 within
Mm-hmm.
7 minutes of the game. Mo Salah then had a chance 1v1 with the goalkeeper where he could have lobbed it, go around the keeper, or pass it to Luis Diaz for an easy goal. He decided to take the second option and he lobbed it and missed the entire mesh. You understand what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
missed the entire onion bag. I don't know how he missed it. You understand what I'm saying? And then from there, everybody had hanging shame. You understand? Because it was over from there. Because that would have put the game 3-2. And knowing Liverpool with the fight, we probably would have came back. You understand? And it's a constant thing with him. He keeps missing chances. But you see, the illusion is Liverpool always create chances. No, we always create chaos that gives us chances. We don't create chances, man. You understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't work like that, honestly.
I mean, I hear you, my friend. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
To put it to conclude it, I genuinely feel that when you're going through a rebuild like this that Liverpool is going through right now, I believe you should hold on to your marquee player. I mean, yes, he's going through a rough patch right now, probably his
Mm-hmm.
first major rough patch as a Liverpool player, and he's getting up there in age. But I think Van Dijk is getting older. I mean, Trent is still
Agreed.
young. Um,
Mm-hmm.
um, Alisson a goalkeeper, but he's what? Alisson getting 32, 33 now.
32.
So,
Yeah, 32.
I mean, I think you should still keep him, but that's just me, and you feel that you should sell him. So we can put it in the
Mm-hmm.
comments. Comments, could you please let us know?
Yeah,
After
yeah, yeah.
liking and subscribing, of course, because we're trying to grow the channel.
Yes,
But
yes, yes, yes,
let
yes.
us know in the comments. Should Mo Salah be sold? Should he stay? Should he get a new contract? Let me know
Sell
what
him,
you feel.
sell him
And
expeditiously.
to
Mm-hmm.
someone who is right now being vilified in his
Mm-hmm.
club in Mo Salah, unfortunately. Now we're going to another player who has been vilified, but seems to have found a new lease on life elsewhere.
You don't
We
know.
saw him eating out of his car in a box
The
when the
lunch
man
pack
them
guy.
training. Man said when them send him home, him can't even step foot in a dressing room in Manchester United.
While
And
the
now
main
he's
players
putting
are
in
there.
man of the match performances in the Champions League quarterfinal and
All
in the
right.
Champions League semi-final. Jadon
Mm-hmm.
Sancho. Now,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
people, I think it's an overreaction, but people is now saying that we should send this man to the Euros. When a couple weeks or a couple months ago, this man wasn't even starting at his own club. What is your take on Jadon Sancho at this moment?
My take on Jadon Sancho. You know what? With the Jadon Sancho situation, at the beginning of the feud with him and Eric Ten Hag, right? I've always defended him while everybody was saying he should have never responded. But if I recall, I remember when he, Rashford and Saka got the stick for missing the penalty for England, and the abuse that they all get was different from any other players. Because I remember Harry Kane missing a penalty the last World Cup, and nobody even bat an eyelid, but make it was Rashford, Saka, or Sancho. You understand what I'm saying? The bashing that they would get. So Eric Ten Hag bring him out in the public, saying that about him. He had to defend himself because the backlash that would follow Jadon, Sancho, Neymar. Well, you understand what I'm saying?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not going to compare Mr. Sancho to a Neymar. That's it. We're not doing that.
What are you saying? All right. There was a stat that came out after the game, right?
Yes.
There was 5 players on a list.
Oh, I see that stat where Jadon Sancho is 3rd, 1, 2, 4, and 5 is Neymar as the most dribble take-ons in a. Brother, we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
All right.
We're not doing this.
All right.
Listen, all right. So I rate Jadon Sancho as a talent. Right?
Okay.
But there's something to be said about being at that level for so long and some reason it's not like you're not getting game time. He was getting game time, and yes, we can all blame Manchester United. However, there has to be said where there's some professional pride coming where you go there and you're putting in some kind of performance. Now there will always be those who will defend Jadon Sancho. I, for one, think he's an incredibly talented player.
Sancho.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. I don't think I'm one way or the other. I'm trying to find the balance and the midpoint between them. So I, for one, think Jadon Sancho is an incredible talent.
Okay.
I will even go as far as say I would not mind him at Arsenal to play a specific role. However, I need to see more from him when it comes to working hard. And no, granted, I'm not there in training sessions to can say, I know this man is killing himself and working hard and giving everything for the team. But if we're looking at some of the comments that were made from past coaches about this guy, it's not always positive reviews about this man's training methods and his training effort. Now, granted, they were all when he was younger and he's still a young guy, so he can still grow. However, I think at this point, I think he needs to take a stand and have some professional pride and have some professional etiquette in terms of going out there, regardless of where you are and the situation that you're in, and putting in performances. So maybe at Dortmund, him get a new lease at life. Maybe them can sell him to Dortmund. But as far as him going to the Euros, where him going to play, who for game him going to take, how much minutes him going to get, he has had 4 performances in a row. We can say, yes, that look like the Sancho that started at Dortmund. Out of them 4 performances, you attempt to say him supposed to get ready and take up and go up on plane and go Euros. Come on, bro. Let's not.
I disagree with you, because here's the thing. I remember when everybody came out and said Eden Hazard is not a training person. Carlos Tevez is not a training person. You understand what I'm saying? Most player players are not a training person. They save it for a match day. That Jadon Sancho performance was only a performance from before Manchester United signed this player. Remember, he is the only player to record, other than Lionel Messi himself. That's the goal. Lionel Messi himself to record 20 goals, 20 assists in a season. 2 times he did it back to back. And that brought him to Manchester United. Now, we can go down the list of players that Manchester United have ruined. You understand what I'm saying?
Paul Pogba. Like Chelsea to me too. Yes, go ahead.
Exactly my point. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think people can go ahead and blame Jadon Sancho, because what it is, all of the forwards that came through Manchester United had their best spell playing under Jadon Sancho. Cristiano Ronaldo, Edinson Cavani, Odion Igalo. I'm not sure if Odion Igalo played with him. I don't quote me on that. But I can remember. It was the beginning of the season, and I think Sancho reinvented himself after the previous season where Ten Hag came in. That was his first season. He gave Sancho a 3-month period off. He then proceeded to use Sancho in the false 9 for the preseason, which he was brilliant because he played against Arsenal and he had a pretty good game. You understand what I'm saying? But then at the beginning of the season, instead of playing Sancho, where he was playing him in the preseason, he played Rashford. Now everybody can always agree Rashford cannot play the number 9. If you have a footballing brain, you can agree Rashford cannot play the number 9. It will never work. He needs a supporting cast. You understand what I'm saying? But even the first 2 games of the season, Manchester United were struggling until Jadon Sancho came onto the pitch. You understand what I'm saying? And then I think it was I don't remember which game Ten Hag threw him under the bus where he was saying that he's not training properly. The guy wasn't even in the squad. How are you blaming the guy? You're trying to divert. And from what he's been saying all season, this guy's a pathological liar. We cannot believe whatever he's saying. So how is he gonna tell me that my baller Jadon Sancho is not training properly?
Man, go and say it again.
I cannot buy that.
I cannot buy the JMR. I cannot buy that. But
that is your opinion. That's what I'm saying. That is your opinion.
I hear you. I hear your sentiments. When it comes to if you're looking at the moments where he has shown up and shown and been able to showcase his talents, it's within certain parts of the field and within certain systems and how we play.
But we can also agree. Sorry for cut you off, but we can also agree where the game is no longer this flary game that we saw from him in the Champions League in the semi-finals. It's an athlete's game. If we're looking at Jude Bellingham, personally, back in the days, Jude Bellingham would not be playing a number 10, a box-to-box bombing forward. He probably would be a 6. You understand what I'm saying? But the game has changed to an athlete's game, where he's playing a false 9 sometimes, a rush into the box. You understand what I'm saying? Players like Mason Mount, it's an athlete's game. You barely see nowadays. You can barely say the game is dying. You understand what I'm saying? You don't see flary players like that no more. If you see them, it's an anomaly. Players like Martin Odegaard, Jadon Sancho.
Big up.
You understand what I'm saying? Bro, that guy is unreal, bro. Let's be real. The Odegaard slander sometimes is unreal. But even though that loss against Aston Villa, if you watch that first half.
No, he was killing it. He was amazing. He was the best player on that pitch in that first half. But
exactly what I'm saying.
Not to divert
from Sancho's point. But this is what I'm saying. Players like this are needed in the game. And if you can take into account, Ralph Rangnick was the only coach that went into the Manchester United infrastructure in their worst period and said the squads need the overall. If you remember correctly, Ralph Rangnick dropped Marcus Rashford for Anthony Langa, that's at Nottingham Forest right now, correct? And started Jadon Sancho. He had no problem with him. That man, even after the game posted, I don't know what you guys are seeing problem with Jadon Sancho. This is the Sancho we know. Baller, JMR, and I will stick to it. I will die on that hill. It's a simple thing. I will die on that hill. It's a simple thing.
Yeah. Listen. As I said, I don't deny. I don't deny this guy's talent. I really don't. I don't deny this guy's talent. But like what we have realized, and there are certain players, you want to see more, and you want to see the owners that you want to make them take the ownership of their situation. That regardless of the situation that they're in, they're going to try and ball out. And I feel a lot of times Jadon Sancho himself, and granted, I don't agree with what Erik Ten Hag did. However, I don't agree with what Jadon Sancho did. And no, I don't think he should be apologizing to Ten Hag either, right? Because saying that him can't come back or else him apologize. I think that's just being petty on one side. No. What I can see with Erik Ten Hag's situation is that he is trying to get away from the player power, for lack of better word, bullshit that Manu has been historically going through the years after Fergie. It just seems manager after manager was being cast out because of the players that were downing tools and throwing them toys out the pram. So I understand he's trying to set a certain standard. However, where I think Ten Hag messed up is that him only do it with certain players, because look at what Garnacho did when him like Mr. Goldberg
10 times worse.
So
10 times worse.
I understand, and which is why I agree with.
Where is the picture with Garnacho eating out of the lunch can?
That is true. I agree, which is why I don't agree with
I don't
Sancho
even know if he's old enough to drive.
apologizing.
Where is the picture in his car? Where is it? Somebody explain this to me. Where is the picture in his car? I need to know.
Him have care? I don't
This,
know.
this is what I'm saying.
That's fair.
What
That is
he
fair.
did was 10 times worse. So where
I
is
agree.
his
I agree.
punishment?
I
But he
agree.
was in
I
the
agree.
starting 11 the next week, don't it? If he was trying to get away from player power, right? From player power, the only player that I can see in Manchester United's team with player power is Marcus Rashford. This guy's walking on the pitch. Who does this guy think he is? Lionel Messi? And then he comes out every week with a new interview. Oh, don't question my commitment. Excuse me?
Listen.
No,
He is.
if we are committed to something, don't you put full effort?
I agree. I agree. I agree.
This guy's walking around on the pitch like he just walking a porno at the wrong time. He's confused.
Listen.
You understand what I'm saying?
I can agree that there are a lot of issues going on in Manchester United right now, and I think Marcus Rashford is a big issue. I don't think he should be sold. I don't think so. But I can understand if there are certain fans that want him gone as well. However, I can sympathize with a lot of things that Sancho is going through, and I can sympathize, and I hope that he can have a renaissance in his career. However, forgot the Euros after 6 performance, brother. It's crazy to me. It's nuts to me. All the man forgot Euros already. How?
Right.
Where am going to play? Where am going to play in this squad? Where am going to play?
We're gonna go over this one time. Arguably, the only player to win the Ballon d'Or in our eyes, who would it be? Kylian Mbappe, correct?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Because the Ballon d'Or is a popularity contest. If we know, look at the state of PSG, it's a better structure under Luis Enrique. And Jadon Sancho schooled the entire team.
Let's not do this. Let's not do this. PSG has not been impressive in the Champions League at any level, at any point. Barcelona should have knocked them out. If it wasn't for Adarho being a damn idiot, PSG would get knocked out. So we're not using. Remember, PSG have 2 fullback we can't defend as much. I rate Nuno Mendes, so Nuno can defend. Aquino is not a defender. Marquinhos, oh God, who sometimes. And who is the next centre back them have? Skriniar? Does Skriniar even play?
No, I don't think it was Skriniar that was playing. I don't think it was Skriniar. It was Lucas Hernandez.
And Lucas Hernandez is actually solid. But again, PSG as a unit does not defend well. So excuse me for not thinking that an above average winger with a little skill can piss up them man. So I am not looking.
Above average is crazy. When you have don't go there, sir. We're not going to
Jadon Sancho is by far Jadon Sancho is by I find Jadon Sancho is by far an above average player. He is a great talent. The reason why I can't call him a good player is because I need to see the consistency at what he did in Dortmund. Because again, people say there's a German tax for wingers. I believe there's a German tax because when was the last time a German winger or German attacker in the final third come to the Premier League and played well? We're seeing a renaissance from Kai Havertz, and I'm still not saying it even close to Leverkusen Kai. Let us not started on the German roadrunner, but beep, Mr. Team of Werner. Tell me the last time a German attacker outside of Mr. Cyborg himself, Android 41, Mr. Erling Haaland, in a system where him get chance with days, him can lay down and miss 4 chances and come back and get more chance and score 2 goals. So this is what I mean. Erling Haaland is probably the only striker that I see left the Bundesliga. Now you can remind me, I could be forgetting.
But
left
this is what I'm saying.
And come to the Premier League and dominate. So what Jadon Sancho is doing right now is great. Or it's good. However, 6 performances of looking like a world-class player and automatically making that side when you have man like Jared Bowen and them man that were performed throughout the season and can't get a game. Ali Watkins barely can get a game and all them something there. And we're just bringing Jadon Sancho. Come on.
All right, this is what I'm saying. I will continuously fight for Sancho to be in the Euro squad
But,
because
you know,
but this is the thing. You are continuously saying Gerard Bowen. All right, cool. Yeah, he's a good player for West Ham. You understand? If Jack Grealish is not on that plane, Jadon Sancho and Cole Palmer is not on that plane, right?
I would advocate for Cole Palmer to get a game
To get a
over James.
game. To get a game. This is what I'm saying.
All
The
right, but
game
hold
is
on. But hold on.
understand what I'm saying. The game is
So
moving along from these type of players, which
no,
thenceforth everybody
but
is trying to fight for man like Jude Bellingham and all these guys.
all right. If we look at the squad, all right, let's look at the starting line from the attacking standpoint. We already know who the striker is, right?
Of course, yeah.
Even on a down season, right?
Harry
People are
Kane
saying
still a gear 25.
it's yeah, and then we go to the right wing, right? He has not been performing at his best, but him still have over 30 Gs so far in across all competitions. That's Bukayo Saka. And you're looking at somebody that also plays the right wing. There are two spots that players that play the right wing that I mentioned. And I mentioned one, you mentioned one. Mr. Cole Palmer, who's having a phenomenal season. There'll be a penalty score, but let's not do that. He's having a phenomenal season. And yes, he still has to score. I understand. He still has to score.
You can't bring up
and Jared Boyd. So that's
hold on. You can't bring up penalty argument and have Bukayo Saka in your team. This cannot. You cannot run this.
Bukayo Saka has scored two or three penalties the entire season in all competitions. Cole Palmer scored 18 at the Premier alone.
Cole Palmer quality of goals are way better than the goals that Saka scores. Way better quality. Other than penalties aside.
Listen, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because again, the space that is offered to Cole Palmer as opposed to Bukayo. Right, we're not going to do this a comparison. Right, we're looking at the squad. That is for another debate. We're looking at the squad.
All right, cool.
You have three players that can play the right wing. Right, you have the striker, whether you want to bring Ali Watkins and Tony, or you want to just bring the two, which is Kane and Tony, Kane and Watkins, you can take a pick.
No, I honestly would take Watkins because Tony and Kane is the same player.
All right, so then we have Watkins and Kane, and then Watkins can also play off the left if you want him to. But Watkins and Kane. Now the left side, that is where we can say, okay, maybe Jadon Sancho. And Jadon Sancho does not like to play left wing. No, he likes to play right wing or in the center, right? Yeah. So then, who him going to play left wing for England and him don't like play left wing?
Of course,
because he's not playing right. He's not going on the right.
But let's dissect this. Let's do this, right? If Phil Foden or Jack Grealish is not playing on the left wing, right?
Right. You see, I never mention potential Bayern Euro and player of the year so far, Phil Foden. But yeah, go ahead.
Listen to what I'm saying. Jadon Sancho has to be on that plane because if Marcus Rashford goes on that plane before Jadon Sancho, they will not be winning anything. Believe me. You cannot convince me that this guy has not been that good so he can make that Euros plane.
But the thing is,
forwards have not been that brilliant, bro.
I agree. But then there are certain cornerstones that Gareth and we know this man is an idiot manager, so we know already.
Yeah, we're not upset.
Okay, so then if you're telling me that I know for a fact that Jordan Henderson is going to be on that plane, Marcus Rashford is going to be on that plane.
This is the thing.
we
gotta bring up the Jordan Henderson thing. This is the thing. I believe I will personally sign a petition to get Gareth Southgate out of that England job. Why is this guy going to Ajax to watch Jordan Henderson play?
Your greatest ever captain, you want to slander like that?
Listen to me personally. You understand what I'm saying? If this guy is starting for England at these Euros, the only thing that they will be winning is a plane ticket back to England. You understand what I'm saying? That's the only thing they'll be winning. They'll be winning the lottery after 3 games. They will be losing every single one. You understand what I'm saying? He's not ready. And I can put my life on it. Henderson is going to the Euros.
I tell you, the cornerstone for this man's team. Harry Maguire at the back. Jordan Henderson. Marcus Rashford. Harry Kane. Declan Rice. Him don't like go anywhere without those ballers. Saka has to play, and I can think now. I can probably see I'm not going to be upset based on certain performances whether Bowen or Cole Palmer start before Saka. And I'll be honest, I kind of want the man them start before Saka so Saka can get a rest, bro. I kind of want that. I don't want the man playing the entire. And it's not going to happen.
Everybody did that cussing about the limping thing, and which is something where, all right, I get it. It's all fun and games. But if I remember, my favorite young baller, Pedri, and my second favorite young baller, Gavi.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys played 60 games in the season. The man went to the Olympics and the Euros. Bro, yep. I haven't seen them guys play football all season.
Broke down. Yep. Broke down.
And they're about to do the same thing to this young gem, Lamine Yamal.
The
only Spanish Brazilian living.
Exactly. Spanish Brazilian. Yeah, if in play, he's more Brazilian than Martinelli and Rodrigo. And not Rodrigo. He's more Brazilian than Martinelli and Rafinha. He's more Brazilian than Martinelli and Rafinha. You can't tell me. Martinelli is my baller. But Lamine Yamal, different.
Man play against Brazil, bro, and show them, man, the Joga Bonito.
Different.
Ronaldinho region. You understand what I'm saying?
Different.
These guys class, bro.
Why you always got that far? Why you just say a while ago?
Ronaldinho region, bro.
Why? Why?
I am willing to die on the hill. I am a Barca fan also, bro. Don't take it.
It's a lot of hills you're trying to die on. Yes. Mine, you make a mountain range. What are you, the Alps? What you mean, that pan? How much you want that pan?
I am going to find a young lady to bring with me up there. Call me Jack and Jill. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna be up there together because I'm telling you, it's a lot of hills.
How would it drop first? Okay, all right. Moving to the next topic.
We're not talking about.
Moving to the next topic. So you said something earlier, and I'm not sure if it was when we were backstage or if it was earlier in the video. But you made a statement that the title is in Arsenal hands. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
All right.
Arsenal are at the current moment 1 point ahead.
I think 2. You can check.
No, we're 1. It's 1. It's 1. Right. So it's 1 point ahead, playing a game more than not Liverpool, not Manchester United, not Chelsea, not Tottenham. We play 1 game more than Manchester City. Now, if I do the maths correct, if Manchester City win the next game, that would take them 2 points ahead on equal games. Which part am I and them a touch a title?
All right. Can I break down this into my terms?
All right, go ahead.
This is the thing. Football will always prevail. Arsenal showed the confidence when going to Spurs that they're all about business, taking the emotion out of the game completely. These guys have killed the emotion. Arteta, as much as we give him slander and all of the other clubs that banter Arteta, he did the right thing in squeezing back Thomas Partey into this team. Thomas Partey is the best, one of the best CDMs. He's the only CDM other than Sergio Busquets I've ever enjoyed watching. Silky on the ball.
Not even the Rodrigo in the Manchester City's defensive midfield. Not him that certain content creators out there feel is better than Busquets. I've heard it.
Brother. As a Barca fan, that's very disrespectful.
I'm not saying he boss. That's not what I mean.
Let's go to this point. Are you willing to sit and watch a Manchester City game? They drop asleep after 20 minutes.
But you see, as a football purist, you like to see the total dominance of the team, the angles at which they create spaces, the movement in and outside of the box, how they squeeze opponents in when they form that box midfield, and they try to keep all the opposition's midfield within the 4 boxes. So I mean, the X's and O's, it's quite entertaining to view.
All right, this is the thing. It's an athlete's game, and Raju is just a gem. You understand what I'm saying? He's just a gem. But I have yet to see him relinquish pressure like Sergio Busquets can relinquish pressure. You understand?
I agree.
Raju is the guy where if it's played on top of the box, he will bury it. He will keep the ball. He will move the game. He will keep the game running. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't break up play like a Sergio Busquets or a Thomas Partey. Now putting him into that great category, no. He's a great player in a Pep system. And we can say that about a lot of players. Great player in a Pep system. We cannot put him to that category yet. You understand what I'm saying? So make we leave it there. So to me, Mikel Arteta was very smart. I don't know if he waited probably too long to bring in Thomas Partey because he could have used him in the Aston Villa game. That's my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? So my logic now why I say Arsenal is going to win the game. Beating Spurs, then Chelsea beating Spurs, defeating their confidence completely. The last game for Spurs at the end of the season in Manchester City. You understand what I'm saying? And if I know Spurs being Spurs, Spurs are going to beat Manchester City. And I am willing to put every dollar in my pocket on that. Spurs are going to beat Manchester City and give Arsenal the Premier League. And I see everybody troubling Spurs about they're gonna give Arsenal it. And I am willing to put money on Spurs are beating Manchester City. If Spurs,
bro.
this is the thing. If Spurs do not beat Manchester City, that game is going to be a draw. That game is going to be a draw. You have to. All right, this is the thing. This is the thing with Manchester City from last season and Manchester City this season. No Gundogan, no Mahrez. This is the thing. No Gundogan, no Mahrez. Phil Foden can score for a 40-yard bangers. I don't care. Clutch players create clutch trophies. You understand what I'm saying? Remember when Liverpool were on the brink of winning that game against Wolves to lift the Premier League title, and Pep Guardiola make one substitution, Ilkay Gundogan, 2 goals from nowhere. Even Coutinho, the Liverpool ex-player, had his hand in his hands. He's wondering what's going on. He thought he won Liverpool the title. He didn't. Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez. He cannot replace these players with man like Jeremy Doku. Bro, come on, bro. Like I don't care what he does. Spurs are just going to be Spurs. Spurs will lose every game up to the ending of the season. I think they have Sheffield to play again, and they're going to lose against Liverpool Sunday. This is the thing. Their confidence is going to get beaten. Then when it comes down to the ending of the season, when everybody think them on holiday, City dead. Just let go. So all Arsenal have to do for me, win your rest of game. Win your rest of game. Remember, you have to go to the mighty Old Trafford. That's all you have to do. Do your business. Don't worry about nothing else.
I'm not worried about Old Trafford right now. I am worried about tomorrow morning with Bournemouth because Bournemouth has, I think they said after Christmas, I think they're 5th in the league in terms of form. And in the last 8 games, only Arsenal and City have a better record. So Bournemouth has been playing very good football. I think when you look at difficulty, I think they might be our hardest game left. However, because they're going to Old Trafford, that place is just madness. The last time we beat Manchester United, I think out of the last, must say 20 times, probably less than that. I'm just exaggerating.
There's a rumor
quite a
going
while.
around.
Is when we did win, and it was in COVID when there were no fans in the stadium. When Thomas Partey dominated that midfield and we win 1-0. That was the last time we beat them, and that was before and after, and we haven't beat them since. So
all right, but I hear there's a rumor going around where Anthony Martial saw Paul Pogba digging up a coyote in the back of Old Trafford. You understand what I'm saying? I believe there is some judge at that stadium. How they beat Liverpool and managed to get away with a draw in that game is still a mystery. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody cannot tell me that these guys are not lighting candles around the stadium, dancing, singing Kumbaya to get draws and wins at the stadium. How are these guys winning games? These guys will be at Old Trafford playing the worst football you will ever see. Your side will be dominant the games, goal out of nowhere.
I'm telling you, which is why, again, I'm not looking past Bournemouth, and if there's going to be a game, so I think we will beat Bournemouth, but it's going to be difficult.
Very difficult.
Is either we mash up Man U or we lose. Like that's just how we see it. Because even the last time we got there and we lost 3-1, nobody can tell me that we weren't the better side.
Yeah, true.
We were the better team, and somehow, some way, the man them scored 3 goals, bro. 3. Like, so I am never confident. Yeah, bro, I am never confident. Never confident going there. Just like I'm never confident going to Man City. But I'm never confident going to Man City because nobody wins at Man City. But I am never confident going to Man U because we just don't win there, bro. We just don't win
Alright.
there.
As a Liverpool fan, Manchester United being our greatest rivals, I live for these games. How we got away with giving them 7-5, I will still, it's still a mystery, but it happened. You understand what I'm saying? But this is the thing. Arsenal have the best defensive structure, and that is not a mystery. The defense has been solid. You understand what I'm saying? And then, to me, it gives me confidence to say Arsenal will win the league because Thomas Partey. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't give me joy to say Arsenal will win the league. I think you guys will be very shameless because even though I'm hearing about the Invincible, and I was only 6 at that time. You understand what I'm saying? So, see how you're acting now? If Arsenal win
I'm
the
just
title,
saying. I'm just listen.
you guys will be unbearable.
I'm not listen. I still think City going to win it.
But not
But
to me.
if we do,
Right.
why Ibiza,
Mm.
Morocco, Barcelona. I'm just giving a tourist destination where all the fun them I forgot. Cause when me ready, no
Cookie.
sir, them not gonna like me. But I'm just saying,
this
if
this
this
is
is
what
if
I'm
this
saying.
is if this is if.
It's a big if. It's a big if. But I'm just saying, football is gonna win. Pep Guardiola will not be doing a 4-peat. It will not happen. It will not happen. I am not trying to give
Why?
Arsenal fans hope, but this is football winning. Last week we saw football winning with Jadon Sancho putting in a Neymar-like performance in the Champions League. This season there hasn't been no flair in the Champions League, and Jadon Sancho, the goat, skills, flair, making man eat grass, face down. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, pause in it. No, did it? You understand what I'm saying? Football always win. But this is what I'm saying though. Going to Manchester United, seeing the space that they allow. Now you can look at man like Kobe Mino, man like Casemiro. They're saying that their legs have gone. No. They're just playing with man like Bruno Fernandes, Scott McTominay, all these roadrunners, beat. You understand what I'm saying?
That idiot, that man, it's guaranteed that man going to score against you. McTominay is going to score against Arsenal. It's
I think
guaranteed.
he's injured at the time. No, he's injured at the moment.
He's injured. All right, cool. So Bruno go score a penalty. Like if Rashford play, Rashford score a breakaway, and if Rashford don't play, Bruno score a pen. Like it's them thing that just inevitable, my friend. It's just inevitable.
I think you guys will dominate that game also, and I expect you guys to win that game.
See,
but
again,
the game that I'm really worried about you guys is the game in the morning.
Yes,
the Bournemouth game, because this is the thing.
Yes.
Bournemouth under Areola, they don't respect anybody.
No, they don't.
And whenever they start Justin Kluivert, Dominic Solanke, and Anton Semenyo, teams have to worry.
Last week, man, I have to check if it's Patrick. That man was cooking.
Brother, the man was playing it off him left, playing it off him right, turning him back, and you understand what I'm saying? You think he's a reverted Patrick Kluivert? You understand what I'm saying?
Crazy, bro. I thought like it was his father.
But Dominic Solanke looking like right now, I would pay Liverpool 5 million right now for swapping back with Darwin Núñez. Make Bournemouth take him. Dominic Solanke right now.
He's been very, very good this season. I can't even lie. Dominic Solanke has been very good this season. Very good.
True.
So, boy, man, I know. And especially that, as I said, I don't want to look past Bournemouth tomorrow, but I am not looking forward to the Man U game simply because we can dominate Man U and still lose the game because it's just Arsenal at Old Trafford. Bro. Like it's just that's just what it is, bro. And it is crazy to think that after all the 2 seasons and even looking at what we did this season, that I still can't have full confidence in my side. It's crazy, but maybe it's PTSD. I don't know.
Welcome to the life of being Liverpool. 90 plus points and still didn't get a title. This is Pep Guardiola football. You understand what I'm saying?
We have to stop them. We have to stop them. We have to hope that some of them charges stick better. This is insane, bro. This is insane. Bro.
Ange Postecoglou, mate. He's going to do it, fam. He's going to do it. Believe it. Ange Postecoglou from the down under. Yeah, he's going to do it, fam. Just believe. I'm just gonna beat them, bro. Believe me, bro. I'm putting money on it, fam. I'm just gonna beat Pep Guardiola with the gung-ho football hardline for life, mate. Yeah. Bro, I'm gonna beat them, bro.
All right. Staying at Old Trafford. Staying at Old Trafford. No, I am still not convinced that my team can beat them. But that don't mean I can't clown them, right?
True.
Because Manchester United has been an utter shambles this entire season, right? And one of the reasons, and we spoke about him earlier with the Jadon Sancho issue, one of the reasons is that ball brother there, when named Eric Ten Hag. Bro, I don't know what this man came to Man U and said him going to do. But if he's doing what he said he was trying to do, God help them. Because he has to be doing something completely different. There's no way. So that is just to show how bad, and I mean how bad the Glazers are. For see a man interview, and if he said he's doing, if he said in the interview that he's going to execute what he's executing now, and you're still hire him, brother, no sir. That is insane.
This is the thing. Look at Daniel Levy, ruthless businessman. He went for an interview for the Tottenham Hotspurs job before he came to Manchester United. Daniel Levy turned you down as the Ajax manager, and Manchester United hire you. No, this guy is killing all of my favorite players. I am a championship player because championship it's just a different football, and it's very difficult in the championship. Anything goes. Amad Diallo, championship player of the season last
year. That's a baller, bro. That's a baller.
Walking through the championship like Messi, bro. Messi-esque kind playing, bro. I'm not saying Messi, but I'm just saying the way he was gliding in the championship, the guy was Messi-esque, bro. People would fear this guy with
call him Ben Arfa, call him Dembele. Why you going all the way up there, so?
All right, Mekwele.
If him want glide, call him Albert Batav. Where you going all the way up there, so? Continue, man. So you just pan something today.
Cool. Fear. See? But the guy was championship player this season. And mind you, we know how difficult the championship is. Championship, like diamonds out of pebbles, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And the guy win championship player of the season. Mind you, this guy, Amad Diallo, he won Liverpool season. Whether we like it or not, the FA Cup loss killed it. You understand what I'm saying? But he cannot get a game under this bald-headed fraud, as they call him, the penguin head. You understand what I'm saying? this guy, bro. I hate Manchester United with a passion, but what he's doing to these man, bro, it's criminal. This guy, we watch Burnley pop this guy off the park, and he's saying that he's the most entertaining team in the league. Entertaining, you're right. Because every week it's a calamity, bro.
I'm pretty sure there was a stat where the man them concede, was it 60-something shot in 2 match, bro?
Brother, I don't mean to put it out there, but I bet against these guys every week to give up at least 20 plus shots, and they never let me down once. You understand what I'm saying?
Yo, this is insane, bro. Was it Burnley that had 17 shots and 8 on target against some of them? Burnley, bro.
Can we be fair as football fans that we gave Onana a stick when he just came in and he was having a poor run of form?
No, he was shit.
But can we then say that this guy was facing a lot amount of balls?
He was.
Brother, this man was facing more balls than Mia Khalifa.
But I mean,
understand what I'm saying? More balls than Mia Khalifa, bro.
That is mad.
This is what I'm saying. It's not mad. It's fair thing. But even though for the previous weeks he's been saving them, he's been, like for the past 2 months he's been saving them because the saves he's making is unreal. And hands up, stick aside, he has turned the season around. But yet still, Manchester United still keep facing shots. These men face more shots than Ricky. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey,
this is what I'm saying.
But my stick up in with that. So while I understand the Onana, I guess defense, I can defend what he did in Champions League. I can't defend that.
Champions League. No, fair.
He is single-handedly the reason the man never make it out of the group, brother.
Yeah, single-handedly, yeah.
He is single-handedly the reason them don't make it out of the group.
But fear is fear. He also did save them 3 points. I will never
and cost them about 12.
Fear is fear. Fair. All right. Make great
So
players. But
again,
he did
I'm
make a
not
penalty
saying
save against Copenhagen to win them the 3 points in Copenhagen, I believe.
sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that this guy is Karius level. I'm not saying he's Almunia level, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for what Manchester United thought they were getting from Inter Milan, this
Mm-hmm.
guy has underwhelmed. Now, granted, he's picked up his season, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah,
done
the
better.
business end.
Yes,
Yep.
he's done better.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's almost unforgivable, some of the things that was happening at the beginning of the season. Like,
But there's also a curse around Manchester United goalkeepers still. You understand what I'm saying? Fair is fair. Because remember at the beginning of the season, I was giving David Raya a stick too. Because I couldn't see Ramsdale. I couldn't see why he replaced Ramsdale. Because
yeah,
Ramsdale was a proper
that's because
keeper
you don't
last
know
season.
football. If you couldn't see at the beginning, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to attack. I'm sorry. That was
Here we go.
I'm sorry, but my thing was
That's just the Arsenal deny yourself. But go on. I listen. Go on.
my thing was with David Raya. To me, it was simple to see what the difference was.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to playing out from the back, right? And why from out the back thing. But when it comes to playing from from the goalkeeper playing out, when people look at statistics and they say that Ramsdale is close in comparison to Raya, and the numbers may say so, but if you watch the matches, the level of eye composure, whichever way you want to use that, that Raya has on the ball, that Raya has on the ball, right? As opposed to Ramsdale, where it looked like when him get the ball, 3 man can rush him same time and him don't know what to do. Him just look antsy. Whereas Raya can look like an outfield player on the ball. The level of calmness that he gives our backline is the reason why he was there to begin with. And Arteta said it. Some of the mistakes that he was making, while he wasn't fine with the mistakes, him said, keep playing it and make them see a mistake there again because I saw we're going to play. And now people see the difference, right? But remember, Ramsdale came in for one game after a couple months. And the one game against Brentford, the man kicked the ball, the man make the ball go back in his own net from a goal kick when he had two passing options. No, I'm not saying Raya hasn't made those mistakes before. But if you play with fire nowadays,
you're going to get burned.
And you're going to get burned. I've seen Edison do it, and I've seen Alisson do it, right? And these are two of the best goalkeepers playing from home, right? So in a league that deals with the press a lot, and he got caught in a North London derby, and he got caught a few times, but wasn't punished like the North London derby. So what I'm saying is there is a huge difference in the way that the defense feels relaxed when Raya is on the ball than when Ramsdale is on the ball, and that attributes to how we, and then that accentuates how we attack, and it also attributes to how we defend as well. So the difference was apparent to me because Ramsdale himself said sometimes Arteta is asking him to pass out the ball and him not feel comfortable, him just boot it upfield and they will lose possession, and Arteta is if you're not going to do what I want, you're not going to play. So I saw from the beginning what the difference was. Granted, I couldn't justify that response because we weren't playing well and Raya was making basic mistakes. So you can't excuse basic mistakes and say he does this much better than Ramsdale, but he's still making the same basic mistake Ramsdale was making. So that's why that was the difference for me. Raya was a no-brainer to me when I saw it. When I saw how he played, it was a no-brainer to me. So after the first couple games, I know Ramsdale now come back to his job. So
why me did that justify? Why me never did that really justify and give? No, you make it look more clearer for me. But what me did I say is based on Ramsdale performances last season, because the Anfield game, make we be fair. If Ramsdale didn't make as much saves last season in the Anfield game or 2-2, where Binchenko, the left back politician that you guys have, I'm talking in Piers Morgan interview guy. You understand what I'm saying? This guy kills me, bro.
But again,
if there was a Ramsdale in that game, I'm just saying, on the merit of last season, he should have been given a fair chance. No,
but for
David Raya coming in and having as much clean sheets.
Let me stop you right there before
the two centre backs. Fair game.
Okay, but so let me stop you right there. You say for that Anfield game, Do we remember Southampton?
All right, fear crew.
Okay. All right.
Fear crew.
Okay. So, so this is what I'm talking. Ramsdale, and I've quite a few content creators said this too. Ramsdale plays amazing when we're under the cush of a lot of shots, and he makes a lot of shots. However, he invite a lot of pressure as well.
Yep.
He put we under a lot of pressure. Remember, Arteta is a manager that is averse to risk taking. Him don't like unnecessary risks. Him don't like putting yourself in an unnecessary pressure. Him don't like the back and forth helter-skelter football. He don't like it. And Ramsdale causes nerves at the back. And he want calmness. And that was it. So me understand that from the get-go, realize me understand. No, it never looked good because it take Raya a while. And let's be honest, you leave from Brentford and you forward to Arsenal, the level of pressure is different. And you fall in a season expected that we're supposed to be challenging on all fronts. So every mistake you make is magnified. So he wasn't allowed a period to make mistakes and bedding and feel comfortable. No, you make mistakes and the man them want you gone. So
even Declan Rice, even though Declan Rice has been amazing all season, there wasn't the room for transition from being a West Ham captain to then coming into Arsenal to be a title challenger, and fair game to him. He has taken to the
he's been amazing. He has been amazing. Very good.
What I did enjoy was when Jadon started to step into the defensive midfield role and giving him that freedom. Now this guy going box to box, I'm gonna get a lot of bash for this, but if it was up to me, I'm playing Phil Foden in the 10 for England, and Declan Rice go play box to box like Jude Bellingham does. But let's not
continue. Continue. So where Jude Bellingham go?
Brother. Let's not go there. Let's stick to Arsenal. Thomas Partey coming into the Arsenal midfield. You understand what I'm saying? Playing alongside Declan Rice has freed up Declan Rice, and I'm enjoying seeing that midfield because it's the perfect balance. You have the proper CDM with calm under pressure and can take the ball from the centre backs and turn and play a pingers pass to either Saka, the striker, or the left wing. Then you have Declan Rice, the menace, up down. He will never stop chasing you until he get that ball back. Proper delivery. Have a shot to have an eye for goal also. Then you have the magician, Martin. Big shoulder guard. Can't call him no shoulder guard no more. Big shoulder guard. I see this guy taking the ball on his left foot, not making players, waiting until players get around him, do a fancy flip. It's no wonder FIFA rate him so highly. 5-star skill move. You understand what I'm saying? The only weakness this guy have is that he doesn't have a right foot. That's the only weakness.
That is a weakness, yes.
This guy is amazing. And I think
as a Rivaldo.
Brother, Rivaldo region, brother. Believe. Another one up on the hill, I believe. But we're moving it. But I'm saying, yeah, Martin Odegaard, he's also bringing back the flavor. I like the idea of Arteta bringing back Thomas Partey in the midfield with Declan Rice. And I believe you guys will dominate a lot of games. This is why I'm saying Arsenal, for me, will win the league. As much as Yasso, it'll kill me, but Arsenal will win the league for me. Believe me.
Why? That's I'm glad to hear that. I am also sad to say that we have come to the end of the first episode of Ball and Knock. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the buns. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of the analysis. I hope you guys, enjoy just going back and forth, and please hit the like button, hit the share, subscribe. We're trying to grow this page. It is brand new, and hopefully we can be here long enough to give you hundreds and hundreds of
episodes. You know what I mean?
So until then, we'll catch you next time, and we're out. Big up. People.